ban, Dragon Ninja is instantly removing Falstad from the mix. This could be a combination here. He's a great global hero, great global presence. So are Dragon Ninjas thinking about a Zagara, a Zul, or something like that to try and push lane while there's shrines are sort of being active, or the shrines are up, or the temples are up that people can jump onto them. So see what they're playing there, but just they want to remove that global pressure. If they want to do that, they want to do it for a reason. Plus, Falstad's a pretty good pick right now as well.
He was a strong pick, and I think from last game as well, from versing Team Baxter with it, I just think they don't want to be put in that scenario again. They saw the Mighty Gus come out, and it was a big frustration to their team fights, I think. As you said, they just don't want to deal with it. So it's a good ban, especially for this map as well. Just sort of reduce the chance of getting easy rotations.
Yeah, that's it. So we just waiting to see what the boys are going to do right now. So they're thinking about this ban a lot now. They've already used up 30 seconds of their time pool. So thinking about it hard. They have looked at, and they're going to remove Zagara. Zagara received some interesting changes in the recent patch, being one of the recent patches, being one of the reworked heroes, essentially. A great split pushing. And maybe the boys have sort of looked at that Falstad pick and gone, you know what, maybe they want to take Zagara. And that's why they removed that global pressure from Falstad.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And also, it's interesting to note with the latest patch as well, a bit of Zagara's damage and her creep radius has been reduced, and a little bit of her damage from infested drops. So it looks like Blizzard's just tweaking her more in line with the first round of changes. First pick again, Kerrigan. So that might be for Hiccup again, as he played so well last game. And we're seeing a Kael'thas pick from the boys, as well as ETC. What do you think about those two?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what we saw last game. ETC and Kael'thas are the same things as last game.
And Kerrigan and Uther. Getting a bit of deja vu, Disco.
Well, it looks like Dragon Ninja, they like a particular set of heroes, and they're very comfortable with them. So the ETC and Kael'thas, great combo. Again, Mosh Pit with the Flame Strike, the Living Bombs, everything like that. Dragon Ninja, mixing it up, grabbing the Li Ming this time. Very nice. Li Ming could present some interesting plays here with the Kerrigan, particularly with the CC combo pulling in. Plus, Li Ming could look at being a counter to ETC if he does take Mosh Pit.
Yeah, especially if she takes Wave of Force as her heroic talent. It's going to be interesting to see, I guess, what the boys round up the rest of their team with. Because it was almost looking, Dragon Ninja almost getting the same roster from the last game's draft.
Well, except for the change in ban from Zagara, like Johanna's been removed as well. She's been off the ban table because obviously Dragon Ninjas still need to pick up a tank.
Yep.
But we see potentially Nubrak's still on the board, Diablo's still on the board, so they've still sort of got those comfort picks from their first game. Which looking at their ETC Kael'thas lineup, hey, maybe they'll still work. What exactly are they going to ban out against this? ETC Kael'thas, you can go so many different ways and directions with them. They do have Li Ming, so they might look at banning something that's got like a big dive potential. So we're looking at even though Greymane has received some changes, maybe Greymane will get removed from the picture to prevent him sort of those big leaps onto Li Ming in the back line. I'm
thinking we might see Greymane as well, or I was thinking perhaps they might get rid of, it's really hard to say, maybe just Rhaegar or another healer, Muradin. So they ended up going with a tank. That's an interesting choice, if they do lock that in.
It's shadowed at the moment, so there we go. The Tyrael being removed, so they're concerned about it as sort of like a follow-up tank, and removing someone that's sort of known for damage. And the Sanctification plays could be a big counter to the Kerrigan diving him to do a combo. So I respect that sort of ban there. They're thinking about what can counter their composition. Yep. I don't know if the boys would take it, but they're thinking about what don't we want to come up against.
Oh yeah, especially if you're Li Ming, and like you said, having a Tyrael just coming close and locking you out of the fight, it's never fun for anyone.
Even taking Judgment, lock down the Li Ming, taking Sanctification, and just preventing any big follow-up damage. Yeah, it's the idea there. Boys picking up Arthas. Now Arthas recently got a lot of work done, and his damage potential is really high now. And it's really nice to see him back into the game. I love Arthas. He's one of my favorite heroes. The King of the Hill series. I've done a lot of games, a lot of events where we've had King of something in it. So,
well, there you go. Arthas, the Lich King, the original king, the Warcraft King. He's king of a lot of things. And then they've also picked up Rhaegar. We spoke about it. I said we might see a Rhaegar ban, but no, they've snatched him up for their own. a lot of impact with Rhaegar. He's one of the few supports that can clear a wave easily by himself. Doesn't need a babysitter, and he brings a lot of impact into a team fight. So it's well rounding off, I guess, the rest of their team so far.
Yeah, Rhaegar is a really nice hero for that. Can be quite aggressive, can back out if needed. And you're 100% right. He can to a point lane by himself for a little while. He's not like Kharazim that really can't take out the minions in the lane, or even Uther to a certain extent. But Rhaegar, he's a bit different. That lightning shield can do a lot of wave clearing. Now, Dragon...
Diablo!
He's a bit familiar.
We're seeing a lot of familiar faces on Dragon Ninja's roster. It's good to see, as you said, if you're strong with a champion and if you get the opportunity to play it and it fits the map, go for it. So I don't see anything that would be too out of place on Dragonshire so far. We've got Dragon Ninja on Dragonshire. I can't believe we didn't call that out. We've got the Dragon home ground.
That's it. Is it an advantage to them? Now, the boys have picked the map. They do get the side. Leoric, the Skeleton King, making an appearance on the Dragon Ninja list. That is
we're speaking about kings.
Yeah,
so
we were.
Why not have another king from Diablo this time? I haven't seen Leoric picked in a while, and it's good to see. Do you think he'll be able to sort of get in there and get on the Arthas and ETC, as well as
100%.
bully the Kael'thas if he picks
with
his Entomb ult?
Yeah, taking his Entomb, he's going to really be able to section out the teams during those shrine spawns. If someone does go in to capture the objective, he can Entomb them and effectively lock them in there to fight. And they're not going to be able to escape. And Li Ming can sit back and send her shots in a pretty relatively safe distance, and she'll know roughly where the enemy will be. It's a great sort of synergy between the two heroes in that sort of regard. Following up with Diablo, again, he's got that displacement with the overpower. Same sort of concept. Enemy goes in, you can throw up over the shoulder and do a lot of blocking. Now the boys, I like their pick here, picking up Tychus. So Tychus in recent editions has become very much a big tank shredder, just because a lot of his traits and talents point him towards that extra damage against high percentile health characters. And we got Diablo, we got Leoric, we've got double warrior for Dragon Ninja. And his trait will help against other heroes as well. It's just it's more effective against the warriors. So I really like that lineup. And they've, the boys have quite a nice big, beefy sort of front line, and Tychus sort of in that mid line. And then we got Dragon Ninjas where Diablo and Leoric can do a lot of blocking off, repositioning, sort of displacement, and then the CC from Kerrigan. So I really like both lineups. Again, it's another one. I can't call it. I can't tell you. Especially not after the last game. I'm not going to call anything ever again after the last game. Both teams.
I know how you feel. I don't think I want to either. Oh, sorry, I thought I interrupted you. But
that's
as well as I just wanted to say with Tychus as well, I haven't seen him picked as well in a long time, but his potential to shred and deal out damage, as well as he can protect himself. He's got a dash. He's one of the few sort of, I guess, auto-attacking champions. He's auto-attacking in the way that, well, you can stick on one target and deal lots of sustained damage. But yeah, he's also got a grenade and a dash, so he can sort of protect himself as well. So I think Rhaegar will then be left to sort of heal Arthas or ETC, or probably Kael'thas, let's be honest. Kael'thas getting dived. So it's good to see. It's a smart pick. I agree with you on that.
All right, just bear with me for a second. We're just getting everyone into the game. It looks like we're almost ready to start. Where's the... One of the most important people who hasn't been invited to the game yet, Vandy, and that is yourself. Let's change that.
I've got the invite, not a problem. As long as we've got the players, we need the talent in there.
That's it. Well, we've got everyone on board right now. And this is looking so good. I'm really interested to see the Tychus. I've seen so many games where Tychus has taken this situation, and on paper he does a really good job, but it's how the team executes that Tychus play. He's a bit strange because he falls in that, even with his dash, he falls in that line where sometimes he's not safe. And looking at this lineup with the Uther and the Kerrigan and even the Diablo, it may be a bit detrimental to Tychus if he's caught out. But, they've got the Arthur, they've got the ETC to do that sort of blocking and tanking for him. And even KT to do the gravity lapses to prevent sort of any more sort of follow-up. So, yeah, both lineups look really good. That's all I can say.
Let's get into it. We're ready. We're ready to see the action. So everyone's readying up. Looks like the players are selecting their skins, getting everything in order. And we've got Dragonshire as the map of choice tonight. I think it's unfair. I mean, why would the boys pick this? DragonNinjas on Dragonshire? Come on, Disco, what are they thinking?
When you take on the king, right, you need to belittle him in every way, shape, and form. So why not belittle him on almost the namesake map? The Dragon Ninja King defeated on Dragonshire by the boys. They're just stacking up. They're just stacking up the levels of, potential disaster for these guys.
It's got a good ring to it.
You gotta beat the king when he's at his best.
Oh, definitely. And that's what we're going to see tonight. So how many now have DragonNinjas won?
Well, this will be going to their 4th match. So they've won 3 consecutive. So they have quite a nice little bounty built up for themselves at the moment. But if you have just tuned in, you are seeing DragonNinjas, the king, keep their crown, following to this next match against the boys, I should say, sorry. The boys on Dragonshire, trying to take it to the king.
When I hear the boys, I just feel like going a little bit of Fonz there, just like, ee. It's just the boys. It's wonderful to see. And I can't wait for them to get started. We're going to see some massive team fights happening because it's going to be a clash of titans as well to some extent. Diablo, Leoric, Arthas, etc. Big front lines on both sides. And big assassins as well.
Yeah, that's it. A lot of dive assassins, big explosions, fireworks, everything. Children crying in the street. This is a showdown of epic proportions.
Wonderful.
Alright, here we are. It is Dragonshire, and we have DragonNinjas on the left side of the map. It is a Nagon on Leoric. We do have Hiccup playing on a Kerrigan, Hux on Uther, Moops on Diablo, and IY on Li Ming.
And then on the red team tonight, we've got Ninja on Kael'thas, Robodoba on ETC, Dustbirds on Rhaegar, Benjamin94 on Arthas, and last but not least, Arcaner on Tychus.
4, 3,
That's it. And both teams poised out at their mid lane gate. So are we going to see a little bit of a fight down the mid? Red team liking this. They're doing a little bit of a baby flank here. Oh, high cup. That could be a dangerous position for you. Robodoba goes in on the ETC. Didn't quite see him through the bush as such. Or Hiccup got the back away there.
I think Hiccup learned his lesson from last game.
Against an ETC as well. So
I think he's learned he's not going in too gung-ho this time. Just getting a little bit of vision, getting a little bit of intel. And looks like lanes have settled. No one's life was lost this time around.
No, very careful plays here. All right, let's see. Red team rotating down to the bottom. They are trying to sort of roam between the mid and bottom lane with a team of 4. Arthas has gone up to the top lane against Leoric. That's a really nice matchup. Both heroes kind of has a heal mechanic, and they have sort of a wave clearing. So that's a really nice matchup there. Not much is going to be done, but very smart on both teams' part.
It is a smart thing, and it looks like they're trying to roam a lot, and there's a fight breaking out in the mid lane. Hiccup lands his... he misses his combo, but he ravages to get away. It was a close call. If he landed his combo, I think it might have been a different story, but there were too many members of the boys there present for him to do anything.
Yeah, it's very risky, very aggressive, and it worked. He got away, so it sort of worked out in that regards for him, but yeah, very brave play there by Hiccup, I feel. Now, each faction grabbing their own shrine in the top and bottom lane. Just see how the teams rotate around this. Arthur and Leoric in the top lane is going to be a little bit busy. Hiccup tried to get the damage in. Robodoba slides across, but there's no follow-up damage. Stun goes out by Hux, but moves in a little bit of trouble, backs away. And look at each team just trying to play this so safely. IY could be in a bit of trouble. The gravity lapse goes down. Ninja goes in. No, drops the living bomb. IY jumps over the wall, or teleports over the wall, I should say. And everything is fine.
Everything's peachy. So it's important to sort of call out on this map. There's really no need, unless you sort of catch someone out, but there's really no need to go too sort of ham on both shrines until you're ready to fight or until level 10, because the Dragon Knight can't push too far sort of in the early game. It's more just sort of soaking, getting the experience out, trying to catch someone in rotations, as Hiccup's trying to do there, laying down some damage. And then once you're heroics, then we're going to see the team fight sort of break out and shrines being secured and Dragon Knights being taken.
Ooh, ETC could be in a lot of trouble here. Gets stunned out. He is taken out. Hiccup doing a lot of damage on the Dustbirds now. Ninja in a lot of trouble. Big Li Ming connect. Hiccup does another kill. 2 members down against the boys. Dragon Ninja playing very safe, waiting for the time to strike, and they caught them out of position. Great play here. Kerrigan's rotating down to the mid lane. Hux is there to throw down a stun to give Hike Up some time to take it. He's not quite taking it, however. Gets just a bit of a delay there, maybe miscommunication, misclick. The Dragon Knight has been picked up. It's an early Dragon Knight, so it's not going to be overly powerful, but it could give give the Dragon Knight a significant lead against the boys.
Definitely. So a small advantage is still an advantage. And as I was saying, so they picked up the kills and they quickly capitalized on it. That's how you take the shrines. You don't need to bully and sort of get too caught out. If you can just hold one long enough until level 10, you're doing your job right. And it was just unfortunate that the boys lost it so early. But as you said, we shouldn't be seeing too much of their base taken out. Maybe just a few turrets. I don't think any keeps will fall.
Yeah, especially not high cup. He is Kerrigan, so he doesn't want the Dragon Knight to explode too close to their base, and the other guys, the boys, I should say, not the other guys, the boys descend upon him. So he does want to sort of be a fair distance away when he does break that form.
Oh, definitely. And now we can see Dragon Knight's been taken down. Just 2 turrets taken down. It still gives them a significant experience lead that the boys have to make up. And looks like they're going to rotate and try and take some camps, but a fight's breaking down in the bottom siege camp.
Ooh, nice gravity lapse comes out, but it's really just to disengage at the moment. The boys want to get that Merc camp, so they're trying to prevent the other team from stealing it from them. But, the blue team not committing, Dragon Ninjas playing it safe and just sort of distracting at the moment. The boys do pick up that mercenary camp, however, so it's the advantage in their favour in that regards. IY could be in a lot of trouble here. ETC follows up. Oh no, he's taken out! Caught at the teleport, not far enough. Went the wrong way, went down the lane, should have followed Hux and Hike Up. Now Hike Up could be in a lot of trouble here right now.
So it was good. What the red team could have done, what the boys could have done, is they could have gone straight to the siege camp to sort of oppose straight away and have a fight there. But they saw Li Ming alone in the bottom lane. They knew they had a lot of crowd control to sort of pick her up like that. And it was well done because then they have the numbers advantage and then it really put Dragon Ninjas in a place where they couldn't defend it. So it was very well thought out and well seen by the boys.
Yeah, it was a good opportunity that they really caught there. Now we did see Dragon Ninjas rotate up to the top lane and punish Tychus. You kill our Li Ming, we're going to kill your Tychus. So they tried to get a little one on their back on their own, and it's
did do a trade.
And it's nicely now looking like that. It's actually Dragon Ninjas will be hitting level 10 at the moment. Before,
Unleash the dragon's wrath.
Yeah, they could be in a lot of trouble because as we saw, if you easily hit level 10 and you can engage on the enemy team, it can easily sort of snowball a game into your favour. Not saying that there's not going to be any comebacks, but a snowball still can help out a lot in sort of putting that pressure on your
team. You don't want to be thinking to yourself, how am we going to come back from 4 levels? Now, Dragon Ninjas obviously have plans and contingencies for when that happens, because they seem to be very good at it, but you still don't want to be in that position. And this is really dangerous for the boys right now, actually, speaking of that. Level 10 is going to be hit for the Dragon Ninjas much earlier, significantly earlier, and they could potentially take a big fight from this. And level 10 is being picked up. Hiccup has gone in. Moves to go in there. They're going to get Ninja. Ninja taken out. Apocalypse lives, not connecting on anyone. Benjamin on half health, but he does back out. Dasperts runs up, sort of looks at the situation and backs out. Goes, nope. Big cannon nope there. And
big cannon nope, 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 nope.
And that's what I was talking about there. Level 10 was picked up, and they can just get a nice little pick like that. Now, the boys, they have sort of maintained control of the middle to a point right now, but Robodo is left by himself. And look at this. The minute they know ETC is by himself, we're going to see the members go in on Dragon Ninja. Robodo doing a good job to sort of zig and zag. He has power slide, stun going off. Dasperts come out to support him, but we could see moves go in, overpowered, and now Robodo could be in big trouble here. But Ninja, great positioning. However, this kill still gets on ETC, and we should see Blue back. Hicup's a little bit by himself. He could be taken out here. Arcana throwing a little bit of damage on. Lasers come out. He's got to back out and be taken out there. Stops. I think he gets stunned in place of body block. Divine Shield is used on Uther. Misclick there. We see the big ancestral heal come down on Arcana. Diablo falls in behind all of that. And we see the boys doing a big turn here. Trading 1 for 2 so far. But Benjamin could increase this. Following IY, the big death coil. Killing Li Ming. And they turn this. Get back into this fight. Get back into this game. And they could still pick up the Dragon Knight from this.
Oh, definitely. So I think what happened there is that we saw the blue team go in. They saw at the time of engagement that, oh, there's another fight sort of breaking out with Tychus on top. But it looks like Robodob is coming in. I'm not sure if he's going in. Robodob goes in with the power slide. We've got Negan focusing on Arcano. Who's going to get there first?
Oh, Mosh Pit goes out, catching all 3 members from the blue team. This is going to be really big for them. A lot of damage, unfortunately, going on to Leoric. Doesn't matter, they get the kill. Looks like they'll get the kill on Hike Up as well. Hux will be next to fall, and that is a bad fight, bad positioning there. No, Hux actually does manage to get away. But the boys have positioned themselves to get both shrines, putting a lot of pressure on DragonNinjas now. They're going to have to somehow defend the mid lane with only 3 heroes. Leoric is back into the action, but it may be a bit late. And it's not a bit late, it is late. Robodoba picking up the Dragon Knight, and now they power down the mid lane.
I think we might see the middle keep fall here. What do you think, Disco? Because they quite easily could push with the Dragon Knight that far.
Yeah, they definitely could. They don't want to overstay their welcome or overextend a little bit here. Because while the Dragon Knight is powerful, it's still only a still a reasonably early one. So but Ninja's actually got himself trapped, and certainly he'll come out. We see the N2, but it doesn't matter. Li Ming actually gets destroyed, burst down instead. That's a lot of damage missing right now for the Dragon Ninjas. Robodoba is still in the Dragon Knight. He's on half health, so a lot of damage was focused onto that, preventing them to follow up on any other hero. And blue team is getting punished. You are 100% right, Vandy. We see the boys playing that Dragon Knight really well then. A great Ancestral Heal came out at the right time to keep KT alive.
And that's what it's about. That's why everyone picks Rhaegar. It really gives sort of your squishies just a second life, or even your tanks a second life. And it's really, really frustrating to try and deal with. So they're trying to take down the Dragon Ninja. The Dragon Knight. Goodness, too many dragons on this map. But Robodoba is safe. He just backs away and rotates down. It looks like they want to try and contest the siege camp. I think that's a risky play.
Well,
do you think that Dragon Knights are going to fight for it?
No, they're a little bit scared now. The Dragon Knights are 2 levels down. Now they've sectioned off ETC. He doesn't have his mosh pit up, or his mosh pit's actually going to be up in like 2 seconds. So I don't think they want to fight here. They're low on levels. They're 1 talent down. It's not an ideal position right now for the Dragon Ninjas to fight.
No, but when would be the ideal position to fight? So we're talking a lot about, how they have to sort of, once again, take their time, bite it out, but when would be the best time to attack for them?
They're looking for those sort of split plays coming out. They're waiting for a hero to be by himself and going and taking him out. Now, they're not that far down on levels. They can soak and they can still keep themselves in the game, but they've got to get those nice little hero kills, like, not right now because the enemy team could rotate well, but actually Nagon's gone in. A lot of damage and burst on him. That's definitely not what he wants to do right now. Get a big kill like that. Li Ming doing a little damage. We see the Apocalypse goes out. Big stun, but big heal comes up, keeping Arcano quite nicely topped up. Mosh Pit's been used by Robodoba, but really no effect. What's cancelled out? Moves on low health. Hike Up's on big trouble. They're not in trouble. They're actually dead. Completely different situation. Hux is on low trouble as well. He ran in to try and sort of distract to give a chance for IY to escape, but Robodoba is on the chase. On such low health, could IY turn around and get the kill? He was a little bit greedy just then, because he did, but he still managed to escape. Fantastic play, just missing the gravity lapse. Great running from IY, very brave, but still managed to get out of it.
Very, very clutch. Trying his best to get that kill, trying his best to get some resets, but luckily nothing too bad happened. Even though he missed out on the kill, he still ran away with his life, so that was well played. We're seeing some very strong team fights coming out, and I think a lot of what the boys have up their sleeve is really Rhaegar's Ancestral Healing doing so much work. As Uther pops a Divine Shield to sort of do the clutch save, Rhaegar's doing the same with his Ancestral Heal. And even though ETC got knocked out of his ult, they still have so much follow-up with sort of Kael'thas and Tychus. We're not sort of giving enough credit as well to the Dragon Laser Drill locking down an area. It does so much damage if you allow it to. It just ticks down. A lot of people aren't aware of just how much damage it can do. So the boys really have a lot of teamfight presence. And even though Uther's got Divine Shield, they have Ancestral Healing. And that's what's sort of really equalizing the tables here.
Yeah, hands down. I mean, the Ancestral Heal, you throw it on a hero and it allows them to stay in the fight. Divine Shield, if they're on low enough health, even if they get the Divine Shield off, they kind of still have to potentially run away or back out. Moves trying to section off Benjamin on the Dragon Knight here, just see if they can get some extra shots onto him, remove that big siege threat currently on this fight. But they are backing away. Dragon Ninjas don't want to go in and be picked off or taken out. It's happened again. They're 3 levels down. The could be a dangerous position for them. Oh, we've seen Entomb go down. We've seen Answer to the Hill keeping Ninja up. Not quite using the good time. Benjamin still in the Dragon. A lot of damage going on to him. Could be onto the hero. He finally breaks out of it. Moves running away. Doesn't want to die. Returns in. Moshpit has been followed. The Nagon trapped in place. We see Moves finally drop on Diablo. A Nagon is dead. And Hux is running for his life. IY in not a healthy position. And we could see here, it actually looks like they're going to try and do it. They're trying to get the kill on Hux, and they do. They turn. They're on the core. This is the boys taking it to the core. And I feel they're going to win, Vandy. I don't think there's anything Dragon Ninjas can do. They have been defeated on Dragonshire.
We were making fun of it in sort of the loading screen, but it actually happened. It was a good team, but really a 13-minute victory. That is a very quick victory, and it really just shows the boys capitalizing on all of their team fights, fighting in the right areas. They always try to seem to fight more on the blue team's turf, and really that's so advantageous because if you do win a team fight, you're closer to taking out a key objective without any sort of defense. And they went for it, and as we saw them snowballing and just going for it. They didn't want to give DragonNinjas any sort of breathing room, and I think that's, I guess, a lot of what a lot of the teams are trying to work out. When can you fight? When can you defend? It might have been a different game before if we saw, the red team just sort of pressing down on DragonNinjas